Hi, my name is Artavazd Khachatryan. I'm from Yerevan, Armenia. Today, I would like to present my tool developed for the AI City Climate Action Hackathon 2025. Theme 2. Meet Yeraz Electric Transit Optimizer. So what is this? Cities around the world need to fight climate change, and switching to electric buses is a powerful way to cut pollution. We all know that. But imagine the following situation. You live in a city where you operate almost 800 buses every day, and you were able to purchase some 50 electric buses. So, which routes should you electrify first? Where should you begin? Based on which metrics? This is, in fact, a very complex decision, and things get even worse for cities that do not have adequate route data. Yeraz Electric Transit Optimizer is called to solve this problem. Let us test this tool on Munich. So here it is, my tool. First, we need to upload data. First, we upload GTFS data. GTFS data is a standardized data for routes in a certain city. For many cities, there is GTFS data. For many cities, there is not. Let's try. From here, we take Munich GTFS zip, and we also need to upload population raster and building raster, or rasters, based on city. We do that. We save these files. Now we begin to filter bus routes. Why bus routes? It's very important. GTFS data contains all routes in a certain city: subway, tramway, bus, etc. The model automatically predicts all bus routes. Notice there are not any U lines or any tramway lines, only bus lines of Munich. So now we can select routes we want to analyze. For example, I do not want to analyze these replacement routes for trams, night trams. I do not want to analyze replacement service for subway lines, for tramway lines, and for night bus routes. We deselect all of them. And push confirm selection and run scoring. After this, the algorithm based on GTFS data automatically calculates distance, full trips, full trip time, number of full trips per day, road gradient, ridership, emission score, and equity score. This may take a time, so when it is finished, we'll continue. Okay, so after the route scoring is finished, we can see that the algorithm has correctly identified the parameters for each route in Munich. For example, distance in each direction, full trip time in each direction, road gradient, number of full trips per day, stop coordinates in each direction, base buses needed for the operation of a route, and moreover, the algorithm predicted ridership per weekday. It is a pre-trained machine learning model which was trained on Chicago ridership data, though I should say that I lack accurate ridership data, and it would be great if there is additional training data for this model, because it gives reasonable results. Look, for example, express route has moderate or even high ridership. Some short routes, for example 6 kilometers and 12 full trips per day, have lower riderships, for example 769. Metrobus lines, which are always heavy in Munich, for example 62 or 63, they have much higher riderships, 10,000 and more. After that, the algorithm has predicted emissions impact and equity score. Okay, let's go back to our model. So here we provide the operational data. Please note that in contrast to route data, this data is completely fictional mock data just for demonstration purposes. For Munich, I have two types of electric buses with corresponding fleet size 25 and 20, and I have three fictional depots. Okay, so we save this data, and then the most important part, we should specify the optimization parameters. For example, let us say we want to maximize the environmental weight. So we want to minimize the emissions, the CO2 emissions or other greenhouse gases emissions. So we put 1. Equity weight can be 0.30, ridership weight can be also 0.30. Monthly budget, say we have 600,000 per month. Energy cost, just leave it as it is. We can specify the maximum number of routes to be electrified. Let's say we want 4 routes, or 5 routes to be electrified. These parameters, weather factor, battery safety factor, reserve fleet factor, and night charging time, are some more technical concepts. If one is interested, we can discuss this in great detail. For now, leave it as it is. And now we click on recommend routes. The optimization script runs, and we have selected, the model has selected 4 routes to electrify, maybe because of buses constraint. And indeed, we can see that we utilize 17 plus 10 plus 10 plus 7 buses. That's in total 44 electric buses, and we had 45 electric buses. It's okay. We have identified the routes 54, 139, 60, and 100 with corresponding description from GTFS data. We have also the algorithm has automatically selected the depot which would be the most suitable for each route to minimize costs. For example, for 54, it's depot 3. Okay, and we have corresponding emission score, ridership, equity, and monthly cost. Note, total monthly budget used. We used half of budget, approximately, and total emissions impact per score. Moreover, we have interactive maps for each route. Look at this. This is fantastic. For example, for this route, the algorithm has chosen depot 3. This is route 54, and we can see it's a pretty nice map with stop names in it. For example, Ostbahnhof or Küstenmannpark. And here we can see detailed info about routes. Route 54, bus model this, depot 3, monthly cost 100,000, ridership 9,349 passengers per day, so it's a very heavy route. Emission score and equity score. The same for other routes. For example, route 139. Note that for this route, the algorithm has chosen depot 2, not depot 3, which is here, depot 2, because it is closer to the terminal of the route. Route 60, it's a pretty small route, for example. And route 100. So here it is. Okay, let us try this model for another GTFS city, Vienna. Okay, so we are here testing the Yeraz electric transit optimizer for Vienna. I've already done the route selection part. I've selected a subset of routes because there are more than 400 routes in Vienna, bus routes in Vienna. Here I also provided some fictional and mock data for Vienna. This is not real data, please note that. We save this data, and now let us try to maximize the ridership weight. That means we want to serve as many people as possible with given fleet. And equity weight could be 0.50, environmental weight could be 0.35. Monthly budget is 500,000. Energy cost is the same. Max routes to electrify, let us be 3, for example. The other parameters I leave as it is. And recommend routes. The optimization greedy heuristic runs, and here it is. The heuristic has selected 2 routes. Interesting. One 13A, Škodagasse Hauptbahnhof, And second, 19A, Alaudagasse. It's a circle route. Both will be operated by Solaris Urbino 12 electric, and we have 17 buses and 3 buses. And here are the maps. So with given fleet, we can maximize ridership by selecting and electrifying these routes. And indeed, for example, 13A is estimated to carry 11,000 passengers per day. It's a pretty nice ridership. And this is a small route. I don't know why the greedy heuristic selected this. Maybe the other routes were not eligible for electrifying given the range of electric buses or the power of depot. This can also happen. Now the most fantastic part. What about cities that do not have GTFS data available? As I said before, there are plenty of them. In Yeraz Electric Transit Optimizer, there is a user-friendly tool that allows anyone to input any route in any city by hand, manually, very easily. Let me demonstrate that on my home city Yerevan. Assume we want to input a fictional bus route number 19. We should specify route ID, route number, route description, say termini, or central station loop. Okay, let's say center loop. We should specify its average speed. It will be maybe 15 kilometers per hour. We should specify its daily service hours. Let's say the route operates 15 hours per day. And we should specify peak minimum headway we want the route to have. Let's say 12 minutes. It is 12 minutes. These are the input parameters, you see, nothing more. And we should specify the stops of the route, nothing more. It is done very easily. We simply put stops on the map. Let's say it's stop number 1, it's stop number 2, stop number 3, and stop number 4, terminus. Now the most interesting part. After we select all the routes, let's say it's a short route around the center, we click on process direction 0. We can also draw direction 1, return, for every route. And the algorithm correctly identifies the route of these stops. Look, it's marked by blue line, direction 0. I can also draw the return trip. Let me do that quickly. Stop 1, stop 2, stop 3, and stop 4. We click on process direction 1, and here it is. Direction 1 is drawn on by red line. And after that, we click on add this route to the list below. And as you can see, the algorithm correctly has calculated all other necessary parameters, such as distance in both directions, trip time, route gradient, number of daily round trips, base bus requirement, we need 1 bus for here. And after we select all the routes, the algorithm will identify ridership, emissions score, and equity score. The optimization process then is done exactly the same as for GTFS data. Okay, this is all for Yeraz Electric Transit Optimizer. Thank you for your attention.